Books. Can you guys tell I stand Ariana Grande at this point? Hey everybody, my name is Michael from Team Epic Reads, and on YouTube is Michael Bookline, and you're watching the December Epic Reads book haul. What is up, you guys? It is officially the December book haul. I feel like the last book haul I did was like July, and now we're at December, and it's winter in New York City, and I'm sad and cold, but at least I have books to keep me warm, if that makes sense. Listen. Last month was actually a good reading month for me. I read more than one book, which has been like the standard these past few months. And no one's bullied me for it, by the way. So thank you for that. But the first book that I read last month, I don't have on me because it's a big one and I didn't want to haul it around in my backpack on the way to work. But it is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. And all I have to say about this book is, how dare you? This book broke me and was amazing, and if you don't know about it, it is the, I don't even know number book in the Shadowhunter Chronicles. It's the third series set in the world, and the final book, Queen of Air and Darkness, comes out in December this month, so I'm so incredibly ready to read that, but I also know Cassie writes just epic finales, and it's gonna break me. So it's a weird position to be in, to be excited for pain. But that's where we are now. And the other book I read this month was, I don't have it on me, I'm gonna talk about it in the book haul next month because it's not out yet, but it's The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is the sequel to Truly Devious, and if you haven't read Truly Devious, get on that right now because Truly Devious is amazing. I didn't know I loved mystery novels until I read Truly Devious, and it's about this girl named Stevie who goes to this academy where everyone is sort of a prodigy in something. They're all really good at something in life, and Stevie's really good at solving crimes. She watches all the crime shows, she's super into it. The thing about Ellingham Academy is that years and years and years ago, back in the past, the guy who founded it, and it was his house that he sort of, his land he built everything on, his wife and daughter were kidnapped, and the wife was found dead, but the daughter was never found. And this is a mystery that the FBI, nobody could solve. And so years later, Stevie goes to this academy, and she's here to solve it. And all I can say is expect the unexpected because there are twists and turns, and Maureen has created such like a fantastic web of clues and suspects that after I finished the sequel, Vanishing Stair, I wrote down like an actual web of everything we know about everybody because I want to figure out who did what, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So yes, definitely check out these books. So now I'm going to talk about some of the books we have coming in the month of December. You guys are about to notice this isn't going to be the longest video because there aren't as many books that come out in usual months, but the ones that are still coming out are fantastic, and let's get into them now. So the first book I have here is The Kersey by Lauren DeStefano, and this is about a girl who's the daughter of one of the wealthiest kings in the nation, who also discovers she has the ability to turn people to gemstone with touch, which is on one hand kind of cool, but also at the same time kind of super unfortunate. And when something really bad happens with this power she didn't intend, she has to kind of go on this journey to figure out why she has this ability and get better control over it. And on the way, she crossed paths with a prince who's got his own idea for her powers, and it gets really entangled, and it's this really cool epic fantasy. And this is the second book where she has to go on another journey to save the people she loves. And I just think you guys should read this, and I'm excited to read this one too. And then next up, we have All the Wandering Light by Heather Fawcett. This is also a sequel to Even the Darkest Stars, and if you can't tell by the cover, which I really like, I think it's really intricately designed, this is a fantasy book, and it follows a girl who's always wanted to be a royal climber. It's a fantasy world where journeys and climbing are a really big thing. And then one day, one of the world's most epic explorers comes to her town, and everyone's expecting him to go for her sister to be his assistant, but he actually goes for the main character. And she's like, wow, yes. And so she goes on this journey with him, but it causes a little bit of attention because her sister also goes on this journey. And so they're both competing to get this rare talisman, and she has to protect herself and her sister, and there's lots of obstacles around the way. And I'll just say things ended in a place where book 2 is going to be really epic. So this next book is The Disasters by M.K. England, and I did not know purple was my favorite color until I saw it because I absolutely adore this cover. And it is a space novel about this really hotshot pilot who gets kicked out of his academy, and he's headed back to Earth with 3 other misfits when they witness one of the biggest crimes in space colonization history, and they are then framed as the scapegoats for who committed the crime, and so they have to clear their names and also stop the real terrorist who did the evil crimes, and it's just like an epic space journey, and I am so incredibly in. And those are all the books that I am talking about coming from us this month, but we did get a few books from other publishers, and this first one you can see has a little bit of wear and tear because I think everyone who got their hands on it at the company wanted to read it. It is The Wicked King by Holly Black, the sequel to The Cruel Prince, and it follows Jude's journey in the fairy kingdom where everyone is kind of evil, but sometimes evil people are nice, and it's like an epic royal court fantasy, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. And yeah, I'm excited. I love Holly Black. And then the last book that I'm talking about today is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. This is not the final cover. This is a YALLFest exclusive edition that we got our hands on while we were at YALLFest, so that's really exciting. And this is a contemporary novel about a girl in college who's just not happy with the situation she finds herself in. She doesn't have a great social life, and so she decides to go abroad for a semester, and it's a really big switch up for her, and she's out of her comfort zone. And I know Christine's a really hilarious person, so I think this is going to be such a funny, cute novel. And that's all I have to talk about for this month. Since it's December, the year's officially over. All of the books, by the time this month is over, will have come out. So comment down below with some of the favorite books you guys have read this year, and let me know what I missed that I shouldn't have. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and I'll catch you next year. Bye, guys.